I've just got a simulated abseil point here. The yellow line representing the cliff edge. The black peg here representing where I want my focal or master point to be. And the pegs up the back are our anchors. Okay, so in this nice simulated sort of environment, we're just going to set up a simple abseil system. So first off, I'm going to come up away from the cliff edge, and I'm just going to flake this rope. So I'll just uncoil it, lay it out, grab one end, grab the tail end, put it to one side. It's nice and clear where that is, and then I'll just flake through, inspecting it as I go. Just feeling for anything inconsistent, anything that feels a bit odd about the rope. I'm about to use it. So the best time to inspect it is right before you use it. It's your responsibility to get it used, so just make sure it's all good. No problems, no issues anywhere along that. I take the working end and I put that to the side. Now to start off with, I've got 50 metres of flake rope in front of me, and I want to get down to the front and just inspect the cliff to have a look at it. So I'm going to pick up the tail end. I'm just going to do an 8 on a bite. Do a nice 8 there. Just pull it nice and tight, pull on each strand, nice and tight. I'm going to put a red beaner on that. Okay. Now then, take this down and have it about half a metre back or half a step back from the edge. Then I'm going to go up to my anchor here. A nice multi-directional anchor here. Anchor up with a nut in it. I'm just going to tie this off with a clove hitch. I use a clove hitch here so I can adjust this. If I'm too close to the edge, I can just let it a little bit out. If I'm not far enough or too far from the edge, I can let it out just so I can have a closer look. Just done that, check that. This needs to be a nice, strong, multi-directional bomber anchor. I'm now going to pull up the safety tether. I'm going to clip that to my harness, do it up, and I'll go through my standard personal checks. Helmet's good, harness is good, I'm connected, and I'm back to a good solid multi-directional anchor. Good to approach the edge, come down. Remember I said this yellow line? So I want to be able to look down there, hello! But I don't want to be able to fall down there. Pretty good. I don't think I'll be able to fall. If anything, I could probably come back 10 centimetres. Be there and I can still look. I wouldn't want to be any longer than that. So I'm happy with that. I'll come back to 2 metres back, and I'll just leave that there for later when I'm going to rig in front of the focal point, so when I'm approaching the cliff edge, I'll just sit there. What end was that end? That was a tail end, that was at the bottom of my pile. Right, what end's this end? The working end. So I'm going to grab the working end now. I'm going to do the same little knot with this one. Okay, so an 8, you've got those train tracks parallel, don't have too many crosses in it if you can help it. Get it there, once you got it there, just remember to pull it tight, make sure it's all cinched up and it's nice and tight and dressed. All good. I'm going over to my opposite, I've got a V here, I'm going to my anchor on my far side, so I've got another nice crack at a rock, it's got a big little nut in here, so I'll put that beaner on there, and then I've done that up. Put it down nice and tight. I come down to where I want my focal point to be. On the real cliff, there's obviously not going to be a peg there to mark it. This is just simulated, so you don't understand about where you want it. It's a couple of metres back from the edge. It's a nice safe place to have it so I can get my clients in front of this touch thing. I go to where my focal point is going to be, marked by this peg. I go about a metre past, so about this much past where the focal point is. You'll see why in a minute. Then I go back up to this side. Grab another feeder, use that anchor, keep it separate from the first one. I've got enough to spare. And then just on here, another 8 in the bite. Again, that over, straighten the bite, just pull it tight, make sure all strands are pulled and it's nice and tight. Put it on, do it up. Now the only thing left to do over here is all this excess rope. I can now just do hand coils with this. 50 metres of rope, I'll probably use 20, so I've got 30 metres of spare. I'm going to put it all over here out of the way. And we've just got one rope crossed over. It's unusual, but we're just going to get this off. Okay, come down here. Start those again. So this is the excess rope. I don't at this point really. Could be useful for a dirt rescue or something later on. In that case, I could just come here and take this flow pitch here that's on my safety tether. I could just extend it a whole another 30 metres, possibly access to my client who's stuck over the edge of it. So handy to have that all in one place, but out of the way, less needed. Down here where where my focal point is, I'll hold that roughly 10 to 15 centimetres past where the focal point is and just roll that back over. And when I roll it over, where I've got 2 bites here. See how that comes out past? I go about this much past because when I've done a figure 8 on this, it's going to take it back to about there. That's about how much rope it's going to take up. So 10 to 15 centimetres for these 11mm ropes. Once again, I'll just do that again, pull it down here to a B, take it up to a little bit past where my focal point's going to be, roll it back, and then hold those 2 bites. I'll hold on to this one while I do that one. Once that's done, I can let it go. And then I'll finish off with this one. Pull that tight, pull, pull them together, and they're right where my focal point should be at this peg. Now I grab my 2 steelies, 51 kilonewton, great for focal points. I chuck them on, one for the abseil rope, and then one for my commercial belayer. Isolation loop there, nice dressed figure 8 knot system's built. And when I actually tie the rest of the stuff together, which is the belay line, the abseil line off the front, I can come in and then come down to the flip edge and check it all. At the end of the day, when I pack up and I pack up all these ropes, I would pull all this system down, and then the tail end of the rope, this is the last thing to come down. At the end of the day, I step back, I take this off and I pack up and go home. All good? Thank you.